Hello everyone, my name is Aik. I lead the HoloTracker team based here in Singapore. I wanted to start this video with celebrating some parts of 2023 with our HoloTracker family, and later on I show you some of the new parts of HoloTracker that we have here in 2024. Let's go ahead and jump in. 2023 was a really powerful year for us. By the end of the year, we reached more than 110,000 observations on our platform. That's 110,000 times that our educators have actively chosen to acknowledge their learners' strengths. One of my favorite activities last year was simply sitting with the teaching teams to look at some of these stories, and here are some of them. It's really inspiring to see how schools are really starting to make learning visible with the moments of joy, growth, and support as our learners are journeying with us. From an initial pool of 5 schools at the start of the year, we're really excited to start this year with more than 22 schools coming on board. A big shout out to some of these schools who are our early champions, and together with you, we've learned so much about how HoloTracker can be used to transform learning, from the daily conversations we have with students to how we conduct parent-teacher conferences, how we reflect in classrooms, and even more. By the end of the year, we were even able to ask some learners how their HoloTracker experience was. And here's what they said. I was really honored to see this, as I think that the benchmark for fun among our children today is just extremely high, and for them to say that this is fun was actually really joyful for us. So, what's next? 2024 actually marks the 5th year since HoloTracker was first ideated, and we found it an important moment for us to ask ourselves again, why HoloTracker? In 2021, the OECD launched a report that was quite stunning. I'll bring up one statistic. Surveying 10 cities across the world, it was found that 10-year-olds reported significantly higher social and emotional skills than 15-year-olds. That's right. As our learners grow up in the education system, they actually feel less confident in things like persistence, trust, curiosity, all the important traits as we think about a full learning experience today. The jarring thing about this is I don't think this is actually surprising to many. As educators, we know that this happens quite intuitively, just from our daily interactions with students. And that's why HoloTracker's work is really centered around the whole student. And schools share with us that HoloTracker promotes positive self-image, formulating stronger sense of being for learners in themselves. It honors learner variability, first by acknowledging it, then helping educators to take concrete action around supporting diverse learners. It entrusts teachers as the central stewards around learning and communicating growth for their students. Summing it all up, what we set out to do is to really support educators in their keenness to observe learners, be present with them in order to surface their learning moments. We want to empower a learning voice, as you'll see soon that HoloTracker enables you to facilitate those regular reflections in any context. And lastly, we want to catalyze the power of peer and social learning. Make your learning vibrant with deep collective affirmations in the classroom. With that, let me just jump into how HoloTracker works. I'm going to focus on 2 key aspects: how we support daily affirmations as part of our experience in the classroom, and how we open up artificial intelligence features for educators to take care of their workload and be creative in their ways of communicating. Let's go ahead and jump in. Coming into HoloTracker, there are really 2 simple screens to make regular observations. Every time we spot a positive behavior in learning, this happens every day, a burst of creativity in the art project, participating in the group work. We simply tap on the students, so let's say Sally, and then a related cluster of behaviors. This is, by the way, completely customizable to your school's framework, so you can use social emotional competencies, 21st century skills, or something that fits like your school values. Let's say for now, we use cognition. And then add a short description. Show curiosity in that exercise in math class. And I tap done. You see here that Sally has now received a heart, and that has been logged for Sally. Now, all these observations that we're making then becomes visible interactive stories that we can use for our personal work or to facilitate group discussions. Let me show you what I mean. You can see here that I have a live visualization available. I can sort this by cluster. I can sort this by name. I can even say I want to find a theme like play and see what has been said about this. Lastly, what we can also do is to view stories of each member. So let's say Natalia's page. I can look at what Natalia has received from all the multiple observers that have been seeing Natalia. And I can also create an affirmation card. and it's an AI draft report that combines all your observations, so you can edit, you can download this then to create a new card and use this for any communicative purposes that you want. To see how some schools have started implementing HoloTracker, we do also have some case studies that we have on our website. So if you go to holotracker.org, go to our approach, and you'll be having 3 schools that have used HoloTracker and developed great stories around them. And we also have more content coming on as we go along. Now I'll just end us off with 2 summary slides. As an educator on HoloTracker, this is really a tool for you that acts as a personal companion. See this as a notebook that you can write information, but a little bit more organized and interactive for your students. It helps you to recall learning information when you need it, collaborate with your colleagues, or create a dynamic learning environment with facilitative exercises. Of course, it should also help you with lessening your workload with the draft reports that you just seen. On student accounts, it's really a learning buddy, right? So you can contribute personal reflections, share affirmations with their friends, or to bring affirmation cards back home to the family. Lastly, we've also been asked by many schools to initiate some learning resources that are helpful for classroom facilitation, so we've done so, with some easy to set up slides, conversation cards, take-home family letters, and more that we'll continue sharing as our schools come on board with us. With that, thank you. I'd like to invite you to join us on our journey of reaching 300 schools in 2024. My name is Aik. I look forward to learning from all of you this year. Thank you.